everyone, welcome back to our channel.
It's the last week of April and we're going to spend the next several days in Cave Creek Canyon, which is considered by many to be the most biologically rich and diverse location in North America. So come along, follow our advennature, and let's see what we can see.
The Sky Islands of southeastern Arizona, southwestern New Mexico, and northern Mexico are often considered mountain ranges surrounded by a sea of desert. The Chiricahua Mountains are the largest of the Sky Islands and the second highest. They are also situated at the epicenter of four major ecosystems: the temperate Rocky Mountains to the north, the subtropical Sierra Madre Mountains of Mexico to the south, the Sonoran Desert to the west, and the vast Chihuahuan Desert to the east. Some of the plants and animals living in these mountains could never survive in the surrounding deserts. The Chiricahuas are the northern limits for many birds, wildlife, and plants, some of which cannot be found elsewhere in the United States. The small community of Portal is a gateway to Cave Creek Canyon. Portal has a lodge and grocery store. Post office, and a small library. Located on the east side of the Chiricahua Mountains, the spectacular Cave Creek Canyon is a bird's paradise. It is also home for many other species of wildlife, with very restricted range in the United States. After barely passing through Portal, one cannot be amazed enough by the jaw-dropping, spectacular steep cliffs and pinnacles towering above you. At the base of the cliffs, a paved road parallels a lush riparian area for the next several miles. Numerous pullouts and several campgrounds allow one to park and further explore on foot. Camping within the canyon has to be in designated campsites, with most of them costing $20 per night. This includes a day use fee of $8. Our favorite campground is Sunny Flat, with picnic tables, shelters, fire rings, portable water, and a vault toilet. One of the first birds that we encountered in the canyon was the Mexican jay. This noisy and ruckus bird is a very common resident in the Sky Islands of southeastern Arizona. Small flocks are typically easy to see in the pine oak woodlands foraging for acorns. Another noisy bird that we soon encountered was the Acorn Woodpecker. This unmistakable bird is a common resident in oak woodlands and oak pine forests. It is generally found in small colonies. The Acorn Woodpecker has a clown-like face and was the inspiration for the cartoon character Woody Woodpecker. The typically conspicuous black phoebe is a fairly common resident along Cave Creek. This sooty black flycatcher has a distinct white belly and frequently wags its tail up and down. This individual was busy preening itself after taking a morning bath in the creek. With its black mask and devilish-looking yellow eye, the yellow-eyed junco is a Mexican species with a northern range mainly restricted to southeastern Arizona. They are altitudinal migrants, breeding in the higher elevations during summer and moving downslope for the winter where food is more available. The black-headed grosbeak is a very common summer visitor from April through September in Cave Creek Canyon. Only the breeding plumage males are black and orange. The non-breeding male, female, and immatures are duller with an orangey wash across the breast, with fine dark streaking on the sides. Some of the Mexican rarities that we have seen in the past in Cave Creek Canyon include this white-eared hummingbird, Berylline Hummingbird, and yellow grosbeak. The white-tailed deer is the most frequent encountered mammal in the canyon. Drivers certainly need to be aware of deer crossing the road when driving through the canyon. This white-nosed coati casually wandered through our campsite. The canyon ruby spot is a damselfly that is restricted to woodland canyon streams of Arizona and southwestern New Mexico. Males perch on branches to wait for passing females. They will also perch on leaves, defending their territory from other males. This lucky male has a firm clasp behind the head of this female, as if to say, "She's all mine, and I'm not letting her go." The canyon is also a good place to search for the unusual-looking, fiery-eyed dancer. The red rock skimmer inhabits rocky streams of southwestern United States, where it is often found perched flat on rocks. It was the most abundant dragonfly that we encountered in Cave Creek Canyon. Located between the Stewart and Sunny Flat campgrounds, a dirt road parallels the South Fork Creek. Numerous pullouts allow one to explore the riparian area at the bottom of a steep-sided canyon. The road ends at a small parking area, and a trail continues where you can hike and explore that magnificent South Fork for some specialty birds. One of North America's most sought-after birds by birdwatchers in the United States is the spectacular elegant Trogon. Trogons are a tropical species whose range barely extends into only 4 mountain ranges in southeastern Arizona: the Atascosa, Santa Rita's, Huachucas, and of course the Chiricahuas. This male was given its barking call in hopes of attracting a female. Several pairs nest annually in the cavities of sycamore trees along both South Fork and Cave Creek Canyon. Formerly known as the Strickland's woodpecker, the range of the Arizona woodpecker in the United States is limited to southeastern Arizona and Palacio Mountains of extreme southwestern New Mexico. The brownback readily identifies this species from all other North American woodpeckers. The distinct black, red, and white painted redstart can be easily found along South Fork. It spreads its wings and tail to flush insects. When seen here in slow motion, the flashing white wings and tail are enough to startle any resting bug on a tree trunk. The large rock squirrel is widespread and common in canyons, rocky deserts, and cliffs of the southwestern United States and Mexico. Although it is a ground squirrel, it is well adapted to climbing trees to gather food. Sometimes it will carry food back to its den to store and eat later. The only other squirrel we encountered was this Mexican fox squirrel, whose entire range in the United States is restricted to the Chiricahua Mountains. This young black bear was taking a bath in the creek along South Fork. The most numerous butterfly we encountered was a large and beautiful Arizona sister. It can be found from spring through fall in oak woodlands, riparian areas, and mixed conifer forests in the southwestern United States. Also known as the red-spotted admiral, the red-spotted purple is fairly common and widespread in central and southeastern Arizona and southwestern New Mexico between March and November. It mimics the similar-looking pipevine swallowtail, a butterfly that is distasteful to birds. South Fork is also a good place to look for the yarrow spiny lizard, which is primarily a Mexican lizard whose range barely enters the United States. Our most exciting encounter, though, was this beautiful Sonoran mountain kingsnake along the South Fork Trail. We returned to the paved road and continued to the Southwestern Research Station. Owned and operated by the American Museum of Natural History, the research facility focuses on the ecology of the Sky Islands. Limited parts of the research station are open year-round to the public, and we found several hummingbird feeders located below the boardwalk, which attracted many tiny black-chinned hummingbirds. Less frequent was a large Rivoli's hummingbird, which was until very recently known as the much more glamorous, magnificent hummingbird. We are not too fond of the name change, so we prefer to call it the ravioli hummingbird. To make matters even more confusing, the blue-throated hummingbird is now known as the blue-throated mountain gem. We continued past the research station to our final destination, the John Hand Campground and the Herb Martyr Campground and Dam. Below the dam, we found this striped plateau lizard. This lizard has a very limited range in the United States, being confined only to the Chiricahua Mountains and the adjacent Palencia and Animas mountain ranges of southwestern New Mexico. The trail beyond the dam hosted this very rare Mexican visitor, a tufted flycatcher, back in 2008, which remained in the area for several weeks. If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up. Comment down below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about subscribing. And we'll see you on our next video. Thank you.
Thank you.